Hello and welcome to Sew Crafty with Connie. Today I wanted to show you how to make this quick and easy pillow cover. It's perfect for beginners, even if you had never sewn before. This is what I usually teach my first time students who have never sewn before. It's an envelope style pillow cover, really quick and easy. So your supplies, what you need is just a 16 by 16 inch pillow form, kind of like this one. You can get it at Walmart, you can get it at Amazon. And your fabric, you need 3 pieces of fabric. 2 will be the same because they will be your backing. This is going to be my back, and this is going to be the front. So I cut this 16.5 by 16.5. If you were a beginner, I would cut it 17.5 by, or 17 inches by 17 inches for a 16 inch pillow form. If you have a bigger pillow form, I would cut it at least 1/2 inch to 1 inch wider, depending on how experienced you are as a sewer. And then this is the back. I cut these 17.5 inch at the top by 20 inches on the side. Okay, so this is for the back, 17.5 inches on the top, 20 on the side. So the first thing we're going to do is have the top, the 17.5 inch part of your fabric facing up. We want it long way, and you're just gonna take that and fold it in half and match up your edges, just like that, okay? Now you're going to sew a straight stitch all the way down the folded edge. And I was just using the edge of my presser foot as a guide. So that's how it looks. And then you're going to do the same thing with the other piece. Make sure you have the 17.5 inch part on the top. And then you're just gonna fold it in half, and you're gonna match up the edges and sew down the side that's folded, using the edge of your presser foot as a guide. Okay, so I've got that piece done also. Now what you're going to do is you're going to lay the top of your pillow case down flat. I really need to iron this, but for time strengths I won't. And then you're just going to lay the back part, and again, lay it flat down with the pretty side, right side facing up. And then you're going to take the back and you're gonna lay it on the back, on the top, matching up your edges. And you're gonna have the folded side in the center, just like this. So your raw edges are gonna match the back and the side. Just make sure they match around. Then you're gonna do the same thing with your other piece. You're just gonna lay it down and making sure your raw edges matches, and you're going to have the part that you just sewed in the center. So they are going to overlap. And then I would pin it in place just to secure it so it doesn't shift as you sew around it. Now I would put your pins far away from the edge so you don't hit your pin and you don't have to worry about taking them out. And then I'm also going to put a pin right in my fold of the center so it doesn't come up as I sew. And then you're just gonna sew all the way around when you get to the first seam where you first started, you're gonna sew over it a little bit, and then you're gonna back stitch to secure it. And you're going to use the edge of your presser foot as a guide, or you can go in about 1/4 of an inch or so, just to make sure you catch all of the fabric all the way around. Now when you get to the corner, you want to do the pivot technique. So I'm going to get to the corner and I'm going to put my needle in my fabric. I'm going to raise my presser foot and then I'm going to turn my project towards me. And then I'm just going to set my presser foot down again and then sew to the other corner and then do the same thing. Other corner now, so my needle is in my fabric. I'm going to raise my presser foot, turn my fabric towards me, and set my needle down, my presser foot down again. Okay, I'm at the other corner, doing the same thing, pivot technique with my presser foot. Make sure my needle's still in my fabric, turn my project, and then put my presser foot down again. And then again, I'm going to do the pivot technique. And then whenever I get to the stitches that I started, I'm going to go over them a little bit, and then I'm going to back stitch. I have sewn all the way around, and now I'm taking my pins out. I'm going to cut my loose threads. And then I'm going to clip my corners. And you want to clip your corners just so it'll make them poke out a little better. So all you do is just clip at an angle at the corner, but you do not cut your seam that you just sewed. So I'm gonna do that all the way around, just clipping my corners at an angle. And again, this will help make your corners poke out really nicely. Okay, so now it's time to turn it right side out. So I'm just going to turn it right side out, and I'm going to poke out my corners with my finger on each one, just making sure they're all nicely formed. Okay, and here it is, all finished. Here's the back, here's the front, and let's put your pillow insert in. And just scoot it all the way in there, making sure the corners fit in the corners. Doing the same thing on the other side, and then just kind of smooth it out a little bit. Okay, and then again, just smoothing it out. And there you have it. You have your pillow cover that you made in what, less than 10 minutes. You could put it on your couch, you could put them on your bed. They make great gifts and easy to do for a beginner, and children can sew these very easily also. Okay, and again, it was a 16 by 16 pillowcase. I cut it about 17 inches. You cut it 16.5 to 17 inches wide, your fabric, depending on how experienced you are. And then the back for a 16 inch was 17 and a half by 20 inches. I'll write all this down in the description. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. If you have any comments, let me know. If you make one, I'd love to see it. And I sure appreciate you watching. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and where you will find more sewing and crafting tutorials. I appreciate you watching. Have a great day.